ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا
In the name of Allah, good evening and welcome to this hour's news. I am Suleiman Talash and this is RTA News. Maulavi Abdul Kabir, the political deputy of the Prime Minister, in a meeting with the officials and students of Kabul University Faculty of Social Science, asked them to invite foreign Afghan personalities to Afghanistan. In this meeting, Mr. Kabir said that the Islamic Emirate has started trying to make Afghanistan shine in the political and economic field, along with the stability of the Islamic government. He added that the Islamic Emirate wants good relations with other countries, but it's never ready to negotiate on the principles of Islam, and it will not violate Islamic rules for the happiness of others. Maulavi Abdul Salam Hanafi, the administrative deputy of the Prime Minister, met with a number of elders of Kunduz province. In this meeting, participants, while appreciating the efforts of the Islamic Emirate in order to ensure security and launch development projects in this province, and shared the social, economic, and security situation. On the other hand, the administrative deputy said that Afghanistan is the joint home of all Afghans and called on all Afghans living abroad to return to the country and contribute to the progress and development of the country. Sheikh Abdul Ghaffar Bahar, the ambassador of the Islamic Emirate to Uzbekistan, met with Bakhyar Saidov, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Uzbekistan, and discussed important regional and global issues. In this meeting, Mr. Saidov talked about the historical relations between the two countries, adding that he serves as an incentive for development and bilateral cooperation between the two countries. The Ministry of Mines and Petroleum has signed a 25-year mining and exploration agreement with Uzbekistan's Ariel company for a 7,000 square kilometers gas mine in Tuti-Maidan, Jowzjan province. According to officials of this ministry, the company will invest $100 million in the first year, which will reach $1 billion in the next 10 years. Furthermore, the special representatives of the President of Uzbekistan says that now the economic relations between Afghanistan and Uzbekistan have strengthened, and this agreement is a good example of it. Let's see more in this report.
The Ministry of Mines and Petroleum signed an agreement with Uzbekistan's Ariel company for the extraction and exploration of about 7,000 square kilometers of gas in the Tuti field of the Amur region, in the presence of Mullah Abdul Ghani Brother Akhund, economic deputy of the Prime Minister of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. In 2 years, it will provide the basis for the production of 100 megawatts of electricity from gas.
This block is connected to Amur River Basin, which is located in Jowzjan province and has an area of about 7,000 square kilometers. And the Ariel company, based on the contract with Afghanistan, and they will invest $100 million in the first year and $1 billion in 10 years.
In addition, the special representative of the President of Uzbekistan says that with the signing of this agreement, the economic relations between Afghanistan and Uzbekistan will be further strengthened, and many Afghans will be provided with job opportunities.
Today, we can say that relations between Uzbekistan and Afghanistan will reach to a high level. And I'm sure that if we sign this contract, we will expand our relations and cooperation.
According to this major economic agreement between Afghanistan and Uzbekistan, in the first 3 years, the relevant company will conduct a two-dimensional survey of 1,500 square kilometers and a three-dimensional survey of 1,000 square kilometers to discover new gas resources in the country and be presented for professional exploitation.
1,000 square kilometers are conducting a three-dimensional survey, which will lead to discovery of new gas resources in the country and professional exploration.
The Ministry of Mines and Petroleum says that the first year of this agreement is a trial period, and if the company does not fulfill all its promises, the contract will be cancelled.
Nuruddin Azizi, the Minister of Industry and Commerce, met with the Director of the Afghanistan Chamber of Industries and Mines and some industrialists. In this meeting, the industrialists asked the Minister of Industry and Commerce to solve the problems that they are facing with. Meanwhile, Mr. Azizi assured the industrialists of solving the existing problems they are facing with. During the meeting with Khalilur Rahman Haqqani, the Minister of Refugees and Repatriations Affairs, the Ambassador of the European Community in Afghanistan, Veronica, discussed the problems of refugees in Pakistan, Iran, and forced deportation of refugees by Germany and other European countries, and displacement of families, solving their problems and getting help for them. Let's see more in this report. Khalilur Rahman Haqqani, the Minister of Refugees and Repatriations, in a meeting with Veronica, the Ambassador of European Union in Afghanistan, talked about solving the problems of Afghan refugees. The spokesperson of the Ministry of Refugees and Repatriations Affairs says that in this meeting, emphasis was placed on solving the problems of forced Afghan refugees in neighboring and European countries.
In this meeting, the problems of Afghan immigrants in Iran and Pakistan were discussed, as well as the prevention of the forced deportation of Afghan immigrants in Germany and some other European countries. In addition, the problems of moving displaced people inside Afghanistan were discussed. The Minister of Immigrant and Returns thanked the Minister of Immigrants and Returns thanked the European Union for their help and requested that any cooperation that is given to the immigrants should be given directly for them.
The ambassador of the European Union in Afghanistan called the problem of refugees a common responsibility of all and said that she has donated 125 million euros to the United Nations aid agencies to help refugees and other needy people. And by the end of this year, 36 million euros will be donated, and this series will continue.
Mrs. Veronica mentioned in her speech about the aid of the European Union and added that this aid continues and considered the handling of the problems of immigrants to be the common responsibility of all and threatened for cooperation.
According to the spokesperson of this ministry, both sides have agreed to form a joint technical committee to create a joint mechanism according to which both sides will work to solve the problems of Afghan refugees. Dr. Abdul Bari Umar, the Chief Executive Director of Afghanistan Electricity Company, and Maulavi Ahmad Jan Bilal, the Chief Executive Director of Emirate Companies, visited the Naghlu power plant and evaluated several parts of it. Mr. Omar gave the necessary recommendations to the technical staff of this dam to pay full attention to the safety of the power facilities and timely repair of the equipment, and added that attention to the safety of the power facilities is an important priority for the electricity company. Kabul Governor Mullah Aminullah Obaid visited a number of disabled mujahideen of the 20 years of jihad in the province. In this meeting, Mr. Obaid praised their bravery in last 20 years of jihad and called them the main heroes of the country's freedom. The governor of Kabul also gave cash assistance to the disabled people and assured them that their problems will be solved soon. The Disaster Preparedness Directorate of Badghis Province distributed food aid to 100 families affected by natural disasters, the families of martyrs and disabled people. Local officials say that the aid includes flour, rice, oil, and other essential items. Meanwhile, the Nangarhar Disaster Preparedness Directorate announced the distribution of cash to 60 families affected by the recent floods in the province. Sheikh Maulana Islam Jar, Governor of Herat, discussed trade issues with Kausar Ali Zahidi, Trade Officer of Pakistani Embassy and General Counsel of Pakistan. In this meeting, Mr. Zahidi said that customs tariffs of important Afghan fruits and vegetables, including pomegranates, grapes, peaches, and eggplant in Pakistan have reached to zero. On the other hand, the governor of Herat welcomed the reduction of customs tariffs on Afghan fruits and vegetables, calling it an important step in expanding trade relations between the two countries. That's all for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.
ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا